Maceo Plex is here.
The newsfeed. Breaking news, don't wait.
Pete Tong on BBC Radio 1.
Maceo Plex, welcome to Newsfeed. How are you?
Very good, Pete. Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure. We've got you on to exclusively share some long-awaited news. What do you got to tell us?
Well, I have this album that I've spent the last couple of years writing and compiling called Solar, named after my son, Solar. And it's finally coming out very soon in June.
I mean, I know you're a busy guy and you're always touring all over the world. It's been 6 years since your last album, Life Metaphor. Do you mind sharing why it took so long? I mean...
Yeah, I think it's partially due to my DJing schedule. Also, just, it sounds cliche, but just finding myself musically, because the first one was pretty successful. So I didn't want to just write any old album for the second one. I wanted to do something special. So it took me a while to get around to it, but I think it came out well.
Can you share a little bit more about, maybe allude to some of the directions you've gone down? Or, you know, I know you've always been incredible with the instrumentation, the analogness of your records.
Yeah, for this album, I wanted to explore different styles that I never really get a chance to explore in the studio, like dubstep, just really deep dubstep stuff, some drum and bass, some electro, other forms of music, some slower, beatless music. So yeah, it's got a bit of everything. If I do an opening set, I like to play some slower stuff. So this kind of reflects some of the music I personally buy for my own listening and has influenced this album.
Any featured vocalists or performers?
Yeah, Jonah McCleary of Ninjitude fame. He's worked with Portico, and he's done his own stuff. A new cat from Manchester named Duncan. He's on Skip Records and some other fine labels. DNCN is the name he goes under. But mostly I didn't want to search out vocalists that are already very busy with other artists and doing other things. I wanted to kind of introduce some newer names.
Okay, have you got any aspirations to take the album out, perform it live at some point?
It's a good question. Yes, we're actually talking about it, me and some of my team, with some special lighting companies, thinking about coming up with something special. It was supposed to be a secret, but I guess it's out now. Yeah, I probably will be taking it live, and I'll...
It's Coachella weekend too here. Richie Hawtin's playing. Of course, there's so many great people playing, but I can see you there next year. How's your summer looking?
It's looking good. You might already know I do my party called Mosaic at Posh on Tuesday nights. The opening party is May 30th. We just released the lineup, and it's a pretty risky lineup for Ibiza standards. Doesn't have a whole lot of the typical Ibiza names that sell a lot of tickets, but we're hoping to slowly get together people that really want to hear that kind of music and something different on the island. So it did well last year, which was our first year, and this is 2.0.
It's great that you're trying something different. Having been in the trenches there in the residency thing, do you go into training for that? It's a long stint. The whole summer. I am currently now, I'm currently now trying to train. Yeah, sure. Okay, back to the album. When's everyone going to get to hear the whole thing? What's the planned release?
Well, the planned release is mid-June. We're still figuring out what exact day, but it'll be mid-June. And yeah, it'll be on vinyl and digital. And so I'm thinking that we're just going to let people hear a little bit of it slowly but surely, and in June they'll get the whole thing.
Okay, well, I'm happy to say for the listeners to this show right here, right now, you're going to hear a track. Maceo, introduce it for us.
This is Sparks of Life. It's the intro of the album. It's a beautiful track with an explosive beat.
Fantastic. Thanks for having us on the show. Thank you for sharing a little bit, a teaser, a trailer to the forthcoming album.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you for having me on.
The newsfeed.
Maceo Plex is back, yes! Amazing tune, a teaser, a trailer from his forthcoming album. And that concludes this week's news feed. Pretty large, eh? Now before